Hello everyone, we're in Matthew 26:36, and the word that contains Heōs is actually right here, G2193. Then cometh Jesus with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here, while I go and pray yonder. And while it does say sit ye here, it also means to hang out, or be here, tarry, hang out. Although the word I is used here, it's actually not I, it's Heōs. In this verse, he is telling his disciples to hang out here until the Lord comes back, until he comes back from praying yonder. Regarding the context of what Jesus is saying and what Jesus says and does later in verse 40, shows that Jesus is telling them, his disciples, to sit here in this place until he comes back from praying. So, coming back. Sit here until I come back from praying over there or yonder. And this is shown in verse 40 as well as 45. So, verse 40. And he cometh unto the disciples and findeth them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Because they're sleeping. The Lord told them to tarry, which means to hang out, sit here. This is further continued by, after Jesus goes back and prays, and he finds them sleeping again, verse 43. But 45, then cometh he to his disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep now, and take your rest. So, he's now letting them sleep. He wants them to sleep. Before, he wanted them to stay awake until he returned. So the change of standard is, stay here awake and watch me until I return. So the change of standard will be, when the Lord comes, they will no longer be waiting there for him. Jesus will let them sleep. So Jesus is saying, sit here until I come back from praying yonder. So the change of standard is, Jesus is telling his disciples to stay here, so when he comes back, that's when the Lord Jesus, as we see in verse 45, to sleep. So when he comes back and he's done worshiping or praying, he tells the disciples to sleep on now and take your rest. And that is the change of standard. He wanted them to stay around and watch with him until he came back and said, sleep on now and take your rest.